podcast. So I think we just need to take this forward. We've got excellent speakers here, excellent knowledge, game knowledge. So let's just do this. And guess what, guys? I think we are live right now.
Yep.
Now, I am not going to number this podcast, this episode, only because I want my episode 50 to happen on our new schedule. And the Irish podcast, like I said, will be moving to Thursdays once we figure out a good time. So we're going to work on that between everybody here and the other members to find out if 7 or 8 is the best time for everybody. So we got to figure that out hopefully we can do it next week. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the panel introduce themselves, and we'll start out with you. Go ahead, Craig.
Oh, what's happening, everybody? It's Craig Harris, the Messiah of Xbox. I've had to put a couple people into my church under my protection because of threats this week and in the Xbox community. But everything's good. We had a tough week in the Xbox land, but I preached a sermon yesterday, and hopefully everything's good. Glad to be here.
Go ahead, Fatal.
The Messiah of Xbox. Goddamn, that name is hilarious. So anyways, what's up, guys? I'm your boy, Fatal Mephisto. Glad to be here yet again on your show there, Titanfall. And I can't wait till we move this beast over into a Thursday day. So hell yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Next up, we got Cortavius.
What's up, guys? Killer Tay 229. Let's get ready to talk. I'm ready to talk about these topics. Let's go.
And last but not least, we got somebody back again. We got Mr. Jay Bari. Introduce yourself.
Yo, what's good, guys, man? It's your boy, Jay Bari. Definitely appreciate the invite. It is your number one neutral gamer here.
Oh, Jesus.
Turned over a new leaf, man. But nah, man. Definitely a pleasure being here, man. We're going to have some fun tonight, yo.
And before I move on, I just want to say, everybody, check out Jabari's channel. He got a lot going on over there. All right. And you guys really got the links in the bottom in the description. It's always been there. Check him out. I mean, he got his tourneys going on. He just got, he live streams and he's got people in there. And sorry, but I got to say this, you're a funny motherfucker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I like listening to you. So, but you bring some good topics and good game stuff. And I like that. So I just want to say that. I try to tell everybody that with new people that come into the podcast, all the time. But anyway,
appreciate it.
Okay, now before we get into anything else tonight, first off, we got a congratulations in order to Mr. Craig Harris for reaching 600 subs. Now,
that's good.
Congrats, brother.
But you know what's funny? When I first met Craig, he was watching my Street Fighter live streams and supported me the entire time I ranked up. And I remember him there all the time. He was always there. And somewhere on my channel, there's a video of me asking Craig if he'd ever do YouTube. Now that he's doing videos, he's done real good. And I'm very proud of where he was and where he is now. Okay. I have to say that because there's not a lot of YouTubers I could say that about, Now that he's doing videos and he's, like I said, he's doing really well, we should all be supporting him. And you know why? He may have a small channel, but he has a big voice for the community. He really does. So again, congratulations, Craig, on your 600 subs. And I hope to see you at 1,000 very soon.
Oh, he'll get there quick.
Yeah. If he keeps up the good work, he gonna get there. Okay. Now, our first topic I wanted to talk about tonight was PSN Plus will stop giving out Vita and PS3 games in 2019. Now, for me, I don't see a big deal. PS3 games should be very affordable now anyway. And most of them really you should have, unless there's something brand new coming out. Anyway, but there's really no excuse not to pick up these games. Anyway, you have a lot of classics on it. Same goes with the Vita. And I personally think that Sony is being smart with this move, only because I think they will give us a better PSN and a better PSN Plus experience. I also think that Sony will probably dramatically drop the digital prices of PS3 and Vita games to even everything out. Okay, there are some people with a problem I've seen online with this move. Now, I personally don't have one. What are your guys' thoughts on the PSN Plus in 2019 with them not doing this?
It don't bother me any. I mean, since there's, I mean, as far as backwards compatibility goes, there's no sense for me to really give two craps about the whole entire PS3 Vita stuff, and I don't own a Vita. However, I can understand people being upset about it. That I can totally understand that, especially if people that haven't or still have their PS3, and you know what I mean. Like, is Plus cross like that between both consoles if you own one or the other, or what? How does that work? If you're a Plus, okay, I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, so people that wanted those free, PS3 games or free Vita games for the month of whatever, and see that Sony's getting rid of that. That's just another thing Microsoft's doing right. I'm sorry to say. I'm kidding. But no, anyways, no. Me personally, it doesn't bother me, but I can understand why it affects people. Even though I do have to agree with you there, Titan. No, I do believe that it actually is a smart move. But we'll see. I mean, I would love to see like the prices drop dramatically digitally wise for PS3 content and Vita card. I think that'll be a smart idea, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I didn't. Go ahead. I was gonna say real quick. I didn't know they were doing that stuff anyway. The last time I got something off of Plus was I guess that month when they had Metal Gear and they had something else with Metal Gear too. But yeah, this month I'll look at both those games. I've never played something called a Bloodborne or Ratchet and Clank, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get something called a Platinum because everybody says it's hard or impossible. So I'll try that on Bloodborne. But yeah, I agree. They need to drop, if they can drop the price even of Plus, they may be able to drop it down to whatever, $6.99 or something like that. So yeah, hopefully we get to see something like that. So let's wait and see.
Yeah. Aren't most of the games they're giving away are on the PS Now? Because they might be just stopping that just so they could get more people on the PS Now.
Good point there, fucking Cortavius, man. Very good point.
Or they can if they want to keep the same price, because a lot of people's going to look at its price like, okay, we're losing content. Now we're still paying the same price. They can add PS Now as a PlayStation Plus subscription thing, including it, while keeping the same price.
That would be
could be doing that too.
Yeah, but yeah, I just hope that PlayStation throughout the year, because we have a year to download PS3 and Vita games. There's always going to be somebody that's clueless to the world, like, oh, I didn't know Sony was doing this. So hopefully they can just be clear every single month, letting people know, like, hey, remember March 9th, 2019, PS3 games and Vita games are going to be gone. But I can understand Vita games because I think with a Vita, they gave away pretty much almost every single game they can give away. The PS3 games, though, still suck because I still think there's still a lot of games they can give away for that. But you do have a year. But at the end of the day, hopefully they just keep the same value up. If it's offering more AAA games with the two games that they're offering, because that's what I'm hearing. That's through Kotaku saying that it's going to be only 2 games within a month. But normally what they've been doing now is adding a VR game. So we'll see how it is, man.
Oh, okay.
Did they for the VR? Did they ever get that Arizona Sunshine? Did I ever get that Arizona Sunshine yet? That already came out?
I think that game came out, but I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm on that Moss right now, yo. Bill, my bad, Titanfall Princess. But yo, big shout out to PolyArt Games on that game, Moss right there. That game is amazing, bro. Yep. It is amazing. I shied away from the demo because I didn't want no spoilers in it because I pre-ordered it and I just wanted to go in there blindly. And yo, playing that game, yo, it is super. It's amazing, man. Storytelling, animation, gameplay. Platforming. It is a great game, yo. Shout out to PolyArt Games. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard nothing.
No,
you don't. Man.
Listen, nobody on this podcast has to apologize for stuff like that. If you got to shout out somebody, you just do it. You got your reasons. You'll go ahead and shout them out. I don't really care. I mean, I think it's good because you notice something and people should listen. Okay. I mean, honestly, go check it out. I mean, if that's the way you feel, other people, I mean, we're gonna get into this later, but Bear suggests a lot of games too, and people are, like he said, sleeps on them. Well, but we'll get into that later. But he does that too. So I actually appreciate that, because it may have been something I might not have noticed yet because I'm too busy working on something else. And people like you, my gamer buddies, tell me about it, and hey, I got another game. Another game.
You're gonna be if you have PSVR and you do get Moss, you're gonna be blown away by the sheer detail of that game, just the animation of that little rat, and the story that they created. It's like a story within a story of you watching a story. It is like I'm blown away right now playing this game. I'm about to stream it pretty much later tonight as well again. But this game is amazing, man. I kid you not, it's amazing.
Is that just on PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation VR.
It's only on PlayStation VR?
Yeah.
I don't have VR. Damn.
Did you say it was a rat?
I got the Oculus. That's what I was wondering.
Oh.
Yeah, it's monsters. You play as this character. Well, you're not playing as a character. You do play it. You play as two characters. You're the reader, so you're pretty much like this guardian guiding her throughout her adventure, and you also play as Moss. And the thing is, Moss is like, she's on this. I'm not going to spoil it, but she's on this journey to save somebody, and you're just helping her because you granted her the power of a fallen warrior. And it's a crazy story, man. I'm telling you, as soon as you boot that game up and they put you in this little library reading zone, you're just like, what the hell? It's crazy what they did here. Crazy.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have VR, so damn.
Yep. Same here.
Damn.
VR. If y'all ever get a chance to get any kind of VR, either if it's for the PlayStation or PC, it is well worth the money. Some of those games experiences they have on VR are pretty tight. I haven't got my PSVR yet because I'm waiting on that heist game to come out. That's on the demo.
It changes your perspective on how you think of the game, because there's certain levels in the game. You know games, they will hide like a little secret collectible, stuff like that. But now that you are actually in the game, so there's little secrets that you got to actually peek your head through and like, oh, look, Moss, you know what I mean? Look, Quill, you can go and get that in that corner. Like it's just crazy, yo. It is crazy. 2 games I suggest if anybody gets VR: Farpoint, Moss.
Oh, and don't forget about Star Trek Bridge Crew 2 as well. If you're into Star Trek.
Oh yeah, if you're a Star Trek fan, I didn't play that one yet, but if you're a Star Trek fan, I can see somebody that's being on the Bridge Crew playing. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it changes your perspective on how you think about just the way how you play a game. Yeah, because you're in the game. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So what, you're doing something better than what EA's doing?
No.
All right, there goes Bear throwing his shots.
Hey! You know, I have a deep hatred for EA. So
yeah. Well, before I get into the next topic, I just had to bring this up because this motherfucker is actually getting annoying. Xbocular, he's now stalking Legend of Gamer, and still stalking me, and then talking about that I'm in bed with other people and all this other shit.
Who the hell is that? Who?
Xbocular.
Yeah, I know. All right, I know who that is, and he is a white supremacist troll. So, yeah, I pissed him off. I told him to go stand out in the sun, and one of the subs told him he was going to leave the podcast, and he had to go out with some white girl, and he went off. I mean, he went crazy in that chat. So he pretty much exposed himself. So I just told him to go stand out in the sun, and try not to burn. So,
damn.
And then he's been gone ever since. So that's who he is.
Shit like that.
It's like wiping the shit off of your shoe. Don't worry about him. That's just who he is. So
all right. Well, Craig, next time I do a stream on PlayStation, he shows up, be there, and you talk some shit to him, make him go away.
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah,
because he's always there. It's like he's got a bell that says Titanfall Princess streaming. Let me hit it. God damn. He always shows up starting some dumbass shit.
Oh, it's a YouTuber?
It cracked me up. He wanted sympathy. He said, he was saying, can I ask you a serious question? I'm like, yeah, man, what's up? He said, well, white people are dying. I said, yeah, y'all got selected for genetic, elimination. Not my fault. Don't bring it to me. I'm sorry. And he, he went on and on and on. But yeah, I felt sorry for the guy. I mean, he's dying. So,
Well, and you know what? And every time I go live, I mean, I'll get 2 likes when I first start, and all of a sudden he's there and like one other troll's there, and I got 2 dislikes already. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even start the stream yet. I didn't even talk.
I know. Yeah, he's maybe Gritty Legends is here in your chat that said he had to go out with he had a blonde or brunette that he had a date with. I mean, he went nuts. It was somebody in the chat. He went crazy after that. It was funny as hell. So, but yeah,
you know what? I don't even care if they come a dislike, because you know what? Them dumbasses don't realize a dislike is just as good as a like.
Yeah, they still.
They're coming. They're viewing. You're hitting that button. So hey.
Yeah, I've been having set trolls. I think it's JTET TV though, because like I said, you can create all these accounts, but you can't change your personality and certain things that they say. You just know who the person is. Like, yeah, I know who you are, man. It's not even funny now.
Yeah, because you got to deal with that shit. Like, I've seen that a couple times watching your Call of Duty streams there, Jay. Yeah, I see you dealing with some of those fuckwits in there, man.
Yeah, they come in and say the craziest things.
Exactly. But here's the thing, right? The way I look at it like this, man. You're showing off, your intelligent level, and your intelligent level is extremely low. When you have to sit there and you have to make a fake ass account and troll somebody, no matter if it's me, fucking Titan, you, Jay, or anybody else, you're exposing your true fucking intelligent level.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically making yourself retarded.
Yeah, that's not even like good trolling.
Can't say that because people that are truly retarded actually have more brains and sense and knowledge.
Yes, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, in the sense of like
dumb.
Yeah, that works. Fuck
it's not even like
dumbass
good trolling.
Just say that, dumbass gamers.
It's not even like good trolling. Like a good troll will have you, just messed up in the brain. Like, yo, you can't even like say your thoughts properly. These people just basically just creating these accounts and just trying to be annoying. That's just being annoying. You're not even being like, like a good troll to get somebody thinking about you, 24/7. Like some of these people that come to my stream and try to troll, do those fake accounts, I don't remember your name the next day. You know what I mean? it's not even like a good troll.
That's how you gotta do that shit though, Jay, man. You're gonna need somebody to be a troll cop, man, to go around and freaking rate people's trolling. Yeah, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. One dude said you created an enemy. I'm gonna make a video about you now. And I look at this dude's channel, he got no content on the channel. I'm like, all right, man, now that's just a block. Cause if you had content, then I'll say I'll check it out. I want to see you make something about me. You know what I mean? But you don't have nothing.
But you know what's funny? This jackass. I think I know who it is, only because in the chat he said one thing that nobody else would know.
Yeah. Well,
so I know it's somebody. I know it's somebody that I dealt with in the past that I said.
Was there in that live stream. Yeah, I remember that.
I said, "Screw you," because you're a jackass and whatever. And then then all of a sudden I started getting all these damn trolls. I'm like, God damn. And then it's funny. Somebody will ban somebody and they'll come up with a similar name. This is how corny they are and stupid they are. They'll come up with a similar name, just switch words or a letter, and come back with another sock account. If you have that much time to have a sock account, first of all, you have no goddamn life. If you're trolling all these people and all these people, because a lot of us have some of the same trolls, you have no life.
Some of these motherfuckers got like 80 freaking sock accounts just to mess with one person.
How do you have that much time in the world to just remember all of that or just sign into all of that? That's just crazy. It's just insane, man.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
they got their priorities messed up.
Yeah,
I don't even think these people have jobs. Honestly, I think they live with their mommies and daddies or their grandmas or something. Because where would they have the time to even work?
Yeah, they too busy trolling.
Yeah, no. It's a bunch of young little teenage to semi, or if there are adults, they sure the fuck don't act like
one. They are adults.
They are adults.
Somebody's are adults.
These are grown ass people.
No, say it right, Jabari. Grown ass men acting a fool.
There it goes.
Nah, you can't even say they men. Can't even say they men because they like they a person. They not really nothing.
All right. Well, put it this way. I only say that because they're age. They're supposed to be men.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way. I go by age. Okay, I
Allegedly.
go by age. No, you got a point there, though. You're right. No, I got to change that. No, you're right. You know, and you know what? Who knows? There could be a few females in there too. I ain't gonna discount that because I ain't gonna do that other shit because there may be a few females in there acting a fool and trying to troll people. So I ain't gonna just say it's men. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think it's the females. I think it's the men that want to be females.
Men.
Men that want to be females. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Men that want to be female. Fucking A, that's a new one.
Secretly.
That is a new one to me, man. Holy shit.
That's why they stalking y'all.
All right, wait. How is that new? Wait, Bear. Do you live in a cave? How is that new to you?
No. I mean, as far as
Walk
like
out the street,
hearing
see that
that
all
from
the
a
time.
gamer, from a gamer terminology. Okay. But I've heard that phrase before, but never from like in the gaming space. It's like, if we're dealing with a bunch of he bitches, man, fuck that, I'm out.
I hear you.
Hey, Jordan, what's up?
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, what's up? We started the live stream or what?
Yeah, we're already live, dude.
Oh, dang.
We've been live.
Oh, wow. Damn.
We've been live. Okay, let's move on to the next topic that I have. Okay, for the record, I'll have the game pass cure tomorrow, and I'll draw my own conclusions about how the game is. I've heard good things from Bear about it, and honestly, I trust Bear's opinion because of other games that he suggested, and I'm having a great time with him. But when you look at this, when you look up this game, everybody is bashing it. They're like saying things like worst game of 2018. But one thing I will say, I don't listen to critics. I don't, because I'm one of the few people that actually liked Sonic Forces, okay? Which also got bad press. Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wow.
I will also just let you know, I'll also be posting my own impressions about the game and probably stream it. One thing I hate about this gen, especially, is that there's one particular person, and we ain't going to name names, everybody probably knows who they are, can say a game is bad, and people all run with it without actually trying the game. Okay?
Yeah.
And before I ask the question, I also want to let you guys know that Devs on Twitter has followed me, and they are some nice people. They followed me on Twitter. And I talked to them.
They're super down to earth, man. They're super down to earth.
Definitely.
And they're not, they are. Now, with that all being said, what are your guys' thoughts about Pass Cure and the bad press it's getting? I'll let whoever wants to go, just go.
I'll go first real quick. I haven't played it. I did see Bear tweet about it, and I saw them tweet him back, about how they felt he gave a fair impression of the game and, how they appreciated what he said. So, I'm looking to, I don't know about buy it, but if it's, I don't even know what it's about. So, a cure for what? But I'll find out. So I'm looking to get it, but I got to beat this Shadow Colossus game before Nino Kuni 2 comes out. So I'm trying to beat that. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I have to say, you can't just judge a game on different merits. It's gotta be on your own merits. It's like how you feel about the game. Like, did you feel it was great? Did you feel it was bad? I mean, nobody can change what you perceive the game but you. It's you, and it's your opinion. This is how you feel about the game. Nobody else. Scores don't matter. It just has to do with what is your opinion on it. And whether
Your
people
experience.
like it or not like it, depends on what they think. And it's sad because most of the community doesn't form their own opinion. They just rather, follow sheep, and it's I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I wish the community would stop doing that because it's ruining gaming, and I think many people should form their own opinion before judging the book by its cover. That's all I'm saying. But I'm done.
No, Jordan, you're absolutely right. People need to stop judging a book by its cover, not only with gaming but in real life.
Yes.
Okay, so that you hit the nail on the head, and you're right. People need to go by their gaming experience of the game. Everybody don't like all the same games,
Right.
We some of us like some games, I mean, there may be a game that Bear likes, and I'll say, what we play that fucking shit for? I don't like it. But I ain't gonna. Well, I wouldn't say shit. Him, I will because I talk shit to him. But I mean, but that's just the way we talk. But anyway, I'm not gonna call the game shit just because I don't like it. It's just not my game.
Yeah.
I mean, if a game is bad, a game is bad. Everybody have an opinion. I just feel like don't get triggered by other people's opinion. I was looking at the reviews of some of this game, and some of these sites that I'm seeing, I never heard of in my lifetime. So. You know what I mean? I have the game. I just never play it yet because I have so much stuff I'm doing. But the devs are cool and all that stuff. But once people get the game in their hands and play it, that's what's going to really matter. I mean, a lot of people in this world, they do base everything off of reviews and other people's opinions. So I feel kind of slighted for the game because of that. But at the end of the day, if the game look interested in, it doesn't matter if somebody review it this way or not. If you interested in the game, go ahead and try it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a review can always be bad. I love Knack. I love Knack too. That's some of my favorite games this generation.
I agree with you on that.
I'm glad that you said that, J Bart, because Knack is fucking the shit, dude. That game is awesome.
The general consensus is, Knack is dog shit. Knack is trash. Yep. I personally love the game. I think the game is amazing. I think you know what I mean, but. People just got to play it for themselves, man. I understand people like to base things off of reviews, but if you're interested in the game, don't let a review slant that interest. You know what I mean? I don't get how gamers can be so fickle nowadays, where they can be hyped for a game, or the devs are following them and the devs is talking to them, and then 2 reviews come out giving it a bad reviews. Like, I'm not buying the game no more. You know what I mean? Like, come on. If you're interested in it, play the game.
Yeah, because IGN reviewed it today. IGN did their review today, and they gave it like a 5.7 out of 10 or some shit.
See, I won't do that. I will never listen because when I first started really getting into gaming, as I got a little older, I mean, I did it when I was younger with my family, but when I started doing my own shit, when I was out on my own, at one or 2 points, like within a month, I would like the first month when I was looking at reviews, I was like, oh man, this game is shit, but it looks like a good game, whatever. And then I'd have a friend say, come here, come over, come over to my house. When I, when I live by, look, play it. Here's a controller, go do it. And I'm like, what the fuck are these people talking about? This game is good. You know what I mean? I'd be like, so after that, after the first month, I stopped. I would listen just sometimes to hear what they had to say. And then when I started doing my own reviews, when I started doing YouTube, I went against everything else. I said, see, now you got these people reviewing games, but they're not even giving you reasons why they don't like the game. The game just sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk about sound. I talk about graphics. I talk about gameplay. I talk about story. I talk about every aspect of the game.
Yep. It's on the channel. I mean, she reviews every aspect of the game and makes sure that, she touches on everything to make sure that her review is very clear,
But the funny thing is that I don't tell anybody to go buy the game. And I don't tell nobody not to buy the game. What I tell them is, if this is your type of game, or if you can get like, if a friend has, it, or, or if you can get it at a good price, try it out. You may like it. Yeah. But if it's not your type of genre, then that's fine too. Yeah. But but I tell people, don't listen to reviews.
I know back in the day, I used to think like all RPGs was like trash until I finally played Final Fantasy VII. And,
oh God.
And when I played Final Fantasy 7, that opened me up to a broader aspect of some of these RPGs. I would have never played Vagrant Stories. I would have never played Brave Fencer Musashi. I would have never played Legend of Legaia, Legend of the Dragoon. I would have never played none of those games. And never experienced those games. And some of those are some of my favorite games of that generation, and still some of my favorite games now because I still have them. Those are classics.
Did you play Alundra on the PS1?
Did I play what?
Alundra?
Oh yeah. That one too. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, so if you didn't play that, you and I are gonna have a little talk.
Guys of Arcadia on the Dreamcast. Guys of Arcadia on the Dreamcast. All of them.
Guys of Arcadia. Yeah, that game was amazing.
I was doing my PS1, PS2 days. I was RPG'd up.
Okay, so here's the thing about Pasquier. I've been following these devs now for a while, and it's funny because I came across their game. I first learned about their game actually on EB Games website. Our GameStops over here, that's what they call them over here. And I had no idea what the fuck it was. So I researched it, looked it up, did whatever you want to call it. This is way before the game even launched. So I started following the devs, and the devs were promoting it, getting people to try out the demo on Steam and whatever the case may be. And I got really, really well, I don't want to say good friends because that wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I started talking on like a regular through private messages with the actual devs and whatever the case may be. So when the game came out, sadly, I didn't get it right away. So again, thanks to Sick Humor for hooking me up with the actual Xbox version of it. Now, mind you, I played the Xbox version, and that's kind of a cardinal sin in its own right. Yeah. But anyways, with that said, however, though, the thing is, man, people need to understand, like, when you go into a game like this, right? Like, if you start thinking like, oh, this game feels like this and this game feels like that, yeah, it does feel like it's trying to do something like other games have done before, like third-person shooter games try to do before. And again, it's very, very difficult to come up with a new kind of game type or genre, if that makes any logical sense. Now, look, I'm not here to defend the game in its own right. I enjoyed it because for what the team did. Now, this is a team. Phantom 8 is an 8-man team that never made a game before. This is their first fucking attempt at an actual to break out in their own indie way, in their own in the actual indie scene. And the reason why I give them a lot of props for it is because they took a risk that most indies would never do. On average, how much does an indie game usually cost? And in between $9.99 and $20, right? Roughly around that price range, right? Mm-hmm. This game went to that $30 route. You know what I mean? Well, it's 40 for me, but you get the idea. 30 for you guys in America. Yeah. And they took that extra risk, and it paid off graphically wise because they're using the Unreal Engine, right? Remember, an 8-man team created something that looks this stunningly beautiful. It does. Now, is it a perfect game? No. Is it flawed? Yeah, obviously. But it's not one of those types of games you go into it and you're expecting it to be like a AAA content game. You're not going to have AAA story. You're not going to have a AAA development cost behind it. You're not going to have AAA voice acting behind it. You got to go into it looking at it from an indie perspective and what they did for their very, very first attempt, at their own game. And so when I saw reviews and they were, comparing it to like, oh, Hellblade fucking released a game that was the same price and it's 10 times better than this. Yeah. But you're talking about a company like Ninja Theory who has been around in the industry for fuck knows how long. Yeah, they have experience. These 8-man teams, no experience on creating games whatsoever outside from what they know from basic school education and whatever the case may be. So what they did for their first IP is pretty fucking solid. Yeah. Pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's enough for them to get a foothold, Fatal.
Yeah.
To get
it's definitely enough to get a foothold. Yeah. And like I said, when I did my little video that I uploaded on Twitch, my little review/rant, I didn't score it. I didn't put a grade. I didn't put like 4.5 cheeseburgers at a fucking 5. I don't do that shit in my reviews. But what I did point out was the obvious. I told them, I said, they want people to give them feedback to the game and things they want to see changed. So my recommendation is this: when you go through it, doesn't matter if you like it or not, I don't care. Just do me a favor. Whatever issues, bugs, glitches, or things that you would like to see change, please, for me, tweet and DM the actual dev, the Pasquier devs, and give them that feedback because that's what they want right now. They want to improve on their next game.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're doing. They enforced that all day yesterday, all day today, and for a while now. But the funny thing was, it really made me sad, though, is that when the first reviews came out from unknown websites I never heard before, the devs went quiet on Twitter. They didn't post anything. They were just retweeting shit, but they just kind of went silent for a good couple of days. So after I played the game and I beat it, I tweeted the devs and like, look, fuck the bad reviews. I said, what you guys did here for your first attempt at your very, very first indie breakout game is pretty fucking spectacular in my opinion. And I said, you know what? Just because bad reviews are out there, fuck all that shit. You're always going to find people that will find reasons to like your game. And I did for that matter because it was something different from a third-person perspective. You know what I mean? Like from a third-person story-driven, shooter kind of game with like a nightmare twist to it. It was pretty decent for what it was. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, it's an okay game. Not everyone's going to like it, of course, but I mean, if you are going to play it, though, at least give them feedback, constructive criticism feedback. Don't sit there and say, oh, your game sucks dick, and then move on. You know what I mean? Yeah. They want your feedback. They want to improve on what they, you know what I mean? Like what people don't like about their game, which, to be quite honest, none of the big AAA devs give a fuck about our thoughts about what we want to see get changed.
I was just about to say that.
Yep.
That there aren't many developers out there, even other indie developers, that will actually say, we need your feedback because we want to do better for you gamers.
Yep.
Which ones to come out and say that? Nobody.
And when they do, we give them that feedback. Do they take our feedback into consideration?
Nope.
No.
There you go. There you go. Like I said, that's all I ask when people play it. I don't care if you fucking think the game is shit. Just whatever the things that you don't like about the game outside from calling it shit. But I mean, just give them constructive feedback. That's all I'm asking.
Exactly.
Give good
reasons why you don't like the game. Just don't say it's shit. Give them good reasons why. Was the sound bad? Was whatever you didn't like about it? Were there bugs in it? Right. What type of bugs did you have? Did it crash? How many times?
I already gave my list.
This, that, and the other. But what I'm saying? Give them constructive feedback. And you could say, if somebody says, I feel your game is shit, but these are the reasons why.
Yeah.
But give them good reason.
That works too. Yeah. That works too.
Like I said, if you're that type of person that says, games are shit all the time, do me a favor. I hate that when people just say a game is shit, but they never give a reason why.
Why? They don't want to play for themselves.
No.
And that's why then I told you before in the past too as well, Titan. It's like that's why I'm a big fan of like games going on like game preview early access, man, because I like being able to give feedback to the devs to fix shit or add stuff that they want to add into the game.
That's how you form a business like that. Because I mean, when you give these indies feedback, they listen.
Yeah,
and they try to they try to fix whatever they need to fix and move on from there. And and the more feedback you get from it, the more they could learn and get better at it.
It's all about improving. It's all about improving and stuff like that.
It's just their first shot. It's not their fault. They're doing the best they can. They just need feedback.
Now, we'll say this, though, Titan, real quick, though, before we move on past this topic. The actual shooting mechanics in that game are pretty fucking spot on point. Pretty spot on point. And, like, the AI itself, like, not the smartest, but, again, I played my fair share of AAA games that have worse AI than fucking this game did. But the thing was, it's, like, just, like, some of the combat situations, man, were just epic in its own right because I just had a blast just, like, shooting bitches in the head and going into like a slow motion kind of thing because you have like one of those is like your ability powers is being able to slow down time when your character runs in real time. Everything, just shooting people in the head and just seeing their reaction. It's just fucking priceless to me. And stuff like that.
I actually like that.
Stuff like that is what I look for in a game. If I'm having fun with your game, that's automatically I'm going to like it.
But people also don't realize something. When an indie company is starting out, every company started out doing an indie game. Okay, they didn't become AAA people or AAA game makers overnight. Exactly. We did that as gamers. So if you stop messing with these people, who knows? 2 or 3 years down the line, if you give the best feedback right now, they could be giving you AAA games.
Yep.
I just hope
the shit.
They bounce back in the next game they have, they even do a better job or create a better IP or
exactly, Jay Barry. Yeah. Exactly. And that's what they want to do because they're very passionate and they told me that they spent they didn't tell me what their budget was because I didn't want to know that, but they told me that they spent a good 3 years working on this project. It was just an 8-man team fucking sitting in their house making this fucking one game. And what they did, like I said, when you see the game in action itself, which I don't recommend getting the Xbox version because the Xbox version's got a lot of problems. So thank God I experienced that version for myself because I gave them all the feedback for that. But get the PS4 version, people. Get the PS4 one.
Yeah, I got it on PS4. I just didn't play it yet.
No, yeah. Like I said,
I'll have mine tomorrow. I'll have mine tomorrow.
Play it whenever you guys fucking play it, whenever you guys do. But just like I said, just give your feedback to the Desmond. That's what they want to hear, that feedback, because they want to improve on their next project.
Well, I think they're great people. I've been talking to them on Twitter. Okay, I think they're great people.
Super nice, man.
And they're down to earth. They're down to earth, which is what the good thing about them. And I hope the one thing I will say before I continue what I was going to say is that I hope they stay that way. Yeah. And don't get big heads like everybody else. I hope they stay down to earth. Even if they develop a AAA game, let's still, I mean, even if you have to hire people to be your PR people and to talk to people because you guys are busy because you moved up the ladder, at least it gets somebody in there that can do what you did when you were on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, I'm going to give them, you know me, when I do reviews, and Jordan, you've been following me too, and Barry, and Craig, and Jabari, and Cortavius, I always give the best reviews I can. Like I said, I talk about every aspect of the game. Now, if the shooting, like you said, shooting aspects is great, on point, fine. But if you got shitty ass music or stuff that don't go with it, or the sound is horrible, I'm gonna tell you the sound's horrible. Or the voice acting is horrible, or whatever. I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, it just is what it is. But I'm gonna say it in a constructive way. I'm not gonna say,
Speaking of voice,
sucks.
Speaking of voice acting, I remember when the devs watched my my video that I uploaded on Twitch, my mini review / rant. They're like, "Yo, we want to get you in on as one of our voice actors for our next game," and I was like, "All right."
Really? Did you
do it?
Accept it?
Well, if they want me to do VOs for the next game, I'll definitely do it. But that shit had me fucking dying when I saw that. I was like, "Yo, I ain't going to Germany to do voice acting. Fuck that. I'll do it on my computer." Just fucked up my bullshit.
Listen, but that would be great if
that would be awesome.
Like that. That'd be awesome. And I could say, I knew him when.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people have your voice acting. Like Jim Sterling, for example, has done voice acting in a lot of games. So indie scene is top too as well. So fuck yeah. If somebody asked me to do that, I'm like, yo, I'm down. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Just expect a lot of cursing. But hey, whatever. It's all good.
Voice. I mean, you got
a voice of an angel, Jordan. I have a voice of an angel, bro.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
I don't know about that.
Anyways.
I don't know about that now. Let's
right? No, I agree with Titan on that one. I agree with that one. I don't have my voice sounds like a raspy fucking duck.
You have a radio voice.
Well, you know why though?
Yeah.
Just
talk about that. Yeah. No, but the thing is, you got a presence and a personality, which is what people are looking for. It's like when Craig, when he gets on, he got a voice and a personality. It's like when Jabari does his shit, he got a voice and a personality. It's like, Cortavius, when he talks, he's got a personality and a voice. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, he tries to come out, people mess with him, but he tries to come out with a personality and a voice. That's what people are looking for.
He definitely has that voice for that. That if there was a thing in real life where somebody can sit there and be like a global announcer for bashing or talking smack of another console, Jay Barry would definitely hands down be fit that role beautifully. You do it so well, but here's the thing though, like you do it so well, but you do it to the point where like it's not really trolling. You say things in the Pacific way that is factual, but you do it in such a dickish way that it goes right over most people's heads.
It's a learning process I try to create. Honestly, people think I'll be joking when I say this. I'm not a dick, you know what I mean? But I really just try to create a conversation. But if you just come out with the topic, just write out, just a plain topic, which one you like better? People might respond, but you're not gonna get that good conversation. So you gotta put a little spice on it.
But you know what's funny, Jabari? When you do it though, your voice, it's not even, your pitch never even changes.
No,
I don't have no ill will against Xbox. You know what I mean? Like I don't get why people keep thinking that, but
it's always fun to poke fun because I mean they did it all the last gen 2 as well. So now they're just getting a taste of their own fucking medicine.
Probably because you keep telling them that Xbox is in a coffin.
Xbox is in a fucking coma. Okay, let's say that. In a goddamn coma.
Now, I do have my gripes with Xbox and Phil Spencer. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I don't like Phil Spencer. I keep 100. But
him either.
Hey, Jabari, leave me a message in chat because I want to make you a mod, and you'll see why.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
So send me a message. I'll make you a mod, so I can get your shit in there and make you a mod. Okay, but you can go ahead. But no, but you're right though. I have a problem with some things with Xbox and some things that Phil Spencer has done. Okay, especially in the beginning when I, gave him all this credit, and it was like it meant shit.
Yeah.
I had no other way to say it. I was trying to think of say it some way different.
That's a perfect way, because that's the way I would have said it myself. Because you're right.
My only gripe with Phil right now is that whatever the studios that Microsoft have right now, he's not really. I guess it's because of the Scalebound incident, but he's not really letting little tips or little hints that this is something new that's coming out that we're bringing to the table. This is something that's also coming. This is something that's also. He's not letting us know anything. Right. And it kind of sucks because we have to wait all the way until.
Gotta wait for E3.
We have to wait all the way until E3 to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, but Octavius, wait a minute. Octavius, wait a minute. We can wait to E3, but we still don't get all the responses that we expect to get.
No.
Nope.
You know what we get? Yeah. We're going to get a new controller. We're going to get a new controller.
Check this out.
Oh yeah, they quick to tell us about the damn controllers.
When Phil Spencer came in to power,
wait 1 second, Jabbar. Before we move on, 1 second. I just want to do a shout out to two people that are in the chat that are watching us right now. Okay, Upchuck Gaming and T Mang Fu. What's up, guys?
Right there.
What up, boys?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
They're in there.
What up?
All right. So go ahead, Jabari. Go ahead.
When Phil Spencer came into, being the head of Xbox, right? His position before that was the head of first-party studios, Microsoft Studios. He came in saying that they're doubling down on first-party games and trying to bring out more first-party games than that. That was a promise that Phil Spencer promised Xbox fans. That is the reason why I was continuing to buy 3 Xbox within the generation. To this day, right here, I understand the services and all that stuff is cool. I respect Phil Spencer in a sense where he did turn around that bad stigma that Xbox had, and you know what I'm saying, that takes a lot of genius to turn people's minds around to have them thinking about the console this way, to thinking about it this way. But now you have a new issue that you have to tackle. You made promises and you're not delivering. That was 2014. We're in 2018. You know what I mean? And then you last year, you're telling people that we don't want to announce these games because we don't want a scale-bound situation. People don't care. People want to know what's coming to your platform. This is why your platform is not selling. This is why your platform has to do these contingency plans, because this last generation, you wasn't about any of this that you're doing right now. Why? Because people knew what was coming. People had a lot of faith, as far as that word is where to use for a console. People had a lot of faith in that console where if they purchase a 360, they know they're going to be good and they're satisfied. People purchase an Xbox One right now, you're not satisfied from what I'm seeing. I see a lot of people lashing out now and sharing the same opinions that I was telling these guys in these debates that they said that I quote-unquote lost. Now they bring up the same arguments that I was saying in these debates months ago when I was debating these guys. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
I had to minister them yesterday because the lashing out. You're right, and it always goes parallel when Sony announces something in the wind. I mean, they got Bloodborne come out. They had the Ratchet and Clank thing, and then they get slammed with that Detroit Becoming Human announcement. I mean, they went crazy yesterday because of that announcement. It was just damage control. Zaire gets attacked. I had to put him under protection of the church of the holy whoop ass. So it was bad yesterday.
According to the holy Phil.
Yeah, it's that, but everything is because Sony is announcing stuff. And you really think about what Sony has done. They've got Nino Kuni 2, MLB The Show. They've got another game. They got Detroit Become Human and God of War. None of those games are alike. And they have all this variety, and Xbox but we got to wait to E3. So I decided that if these men would come into their house and their woman was there, and said, hey, look, baby, let's go back here and throw on some Marvin Gaye, these clowns are going to say, wait to E3, because that's all they got coming out of their mouth.
Hold on, honey. I got to grab my preparation H first. There you go. That's
But you supposed to be excited for E3. I get it, but during those times away from E3, you're supposed to be having stuff to play. I mean, Xbox, they're going to have stuff to play like Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. And when I made these comments, I'm not talking about the general Xbox gamer. I don't know the general Xbox gamer, so I can't make this make believe of what the general Xbox gamer want to play. I'm talking about the people that we communicate with within this community. You know what I mean? That's where I form my opinions from, because those are people I communicate with and associate. I don't associate with Jimmy Bob, the casual gamer. You know what I mean? I don't know that person. So
you don't know that person.
You know what I mean? Sea of Thieves. I'll play Sea of Thieves early this morning, and I gave my honest opinion. I wasn't even trolling or anything about it. I gave my honest opinion. I just feel like it's a game.
All right, wait, somebody got to hit the mic because something's going on.
Cortavius, you got some feedback coming from your mic, buddy.
It's a game that I feel like is going to get a lot of gameplay being done in the first couple of weeks. But if those mission structures doesn't like improve or doesn't like advance a little bit, I can see that game dying heavily. Also, I feel like the water is some of the best water I've ever seen. I had to see that personally. You know, I put the water on like max settings or ultra settings. I was like, yo, this just look really good. It is a cool looking game, but I feel like in this generation, 2018, when you go into your mission structure and you're getting this text, you know, Xbox guys, I'm talking about the Xbox, the fanboys. They don't like that reading. You know what I mean? They want to hear their voice.
They don't deserve to play that game, period.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to turn a lot of them.
I don't think they're going to play the game. They're going to talk like it's the best game, and they're not going to play. Just like they didn't support a lot of games that they talked about, they're not going to do it.
No, they're not going to do it.
That's going to turn a lot of them off.
I do have a topic that I wouldn't mind bringing up. Is that our last topic, the Pasquier one, right?
No, I had one other thing.
Wait. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Well, the last thing I wanted to talk about was, well, first of all, I want to thank Bear for telling me about Deep Rock Galactic.
Hell yeah!
It's a mining game. It's under the radar. Okay, it's on Xbox. I brought this up to lead into what is next, is because first of all, me and Bear are going to be playing this. Okay, and I think Cortavius said he want to jump in. But anyway, the reason I want to jump in is because I wanted you, Bear, if you can, share some Xbox news and anything about Xbox games we're looking for to come out, and get and other games that you recommended that are under the radar that people should look for. I wanted you to do that. So
the one game that I tweeted at you, I think it was yesterday or this morning, I believe it was. That's going to be that's multi-platform, so that one doesn't count. That game does look really interesting. You can read about it. That game looks fucking awesome. But one big game, another game that I'm actually really excited for, which was another game that they promoted during Microsoft's press conference there last year, the Darwin Project. Been watching tons of fucking people stream that shit when it was in closed beta on PC, and it's finally getting released there on the 9th of March. Thank fuck. This game, for some reason, in the back of my mind, dude, man, this game, I can see this game giving fucking PUBG a run for its fucking money. The other reason why I'm saying that is because one of the biggest things that I've seen so far, the biggest amount of praise that I've seen that actually played the closed beta of the Darwin Project is the person who randomly gets selected to be the game director. That is the biggest highlight. Oh, that's Cortavius. I think he's in this truck, right? We got feedback coming from your mic there, Cortavius.
Oh, my bad.
All right, it's all good, dude. I'll wait until there you go. So the Darwin Project, people that don't know what it is, it's kind of like a PUBG kind of game. You and a bunch of people get thrown into a match. And it's two different teams, right? I think it's everyone against themselves, I believe it is. The game director, on the other hand, though, it's your job to help others out in the game or to betray them if you want to. And the cool thing is that you can pretty much basically go to any person that's on the map. You can talk with them, get to know them if you want to, or just completely fuck with them. spawn boxes so that they can get like materials ahead of everybody else if you want to, or you can pretty much basically completely ignore them and fuck them over altogether. I've seen a lot of people that play, when I watch people that play this game during the closed beta that played from a director's aspect, dude, was just having a fucking blast. Like, I didn't see anything negative about this game at all, period, during the closed beta aspect. So this game is definitely going to be yet another sleeper hit when it drops on game preview. Now, look, people are going to tell me that game preview games do not count. I can somewhat understand that. But I dare motherfuckers in the chat right now that do have an Xbox or that do have a capable PC, go fuck with goddamn Deep Rock Galactic and tell me that game is not fucking fun.
Oh yeah, that game is fun.
I was playing that shit by myself, and just I can see the amount of potential that game has. Now, look, whether or not you don't like my opinions or not, that's fine. You can also go fuck yourself on that, but that's fine. But no, but seriously though, jokes aside, the Darwin Project is definitely going to be a nice fucking game to have under Microsoft's arsenal. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a multi-platform game. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen anything on it yet. I do know that it's going to be on game preview and it's going to be on PC. That I do know as of right now where it stands. So for a game that's only going to cost $15, I'm definitely going to partake in that for sure. Definitely look forward to that when it drops on the 9th. Right now, also for you there, Titanfall, if you're part of the actual Insider preview program on Xbox, you can play the beta for that RoboCraft Infinity. Okay. So I downloaded that today. I had no idea that it was up there because I didn't see anybody fucking talk about it in articles and shit. Even Xbox Wire didn't even bring it up in their blog, man. So I downloaded it. Wanted to see what it was like. Now, for those of you who don't know what game this is, I think it's been on PC for a while. So they're finally bringing it over the consoles. It's a game where you can create your own like robots or like whatever the case may be, from like cars to mechs to fucking dude. There's even some dude that even created a giant ass chicken. Really? You put like weapons on it and shit like that, and you go into battles with like 5 versus 5, or you can do like capture the flag kind of mode. And you just like basically just test out your thing, you know what I mean? But it also goes based on like how much speed your thing has, how much bonus damage you have, CPU power your mech has. It's kind of complicated, but like the amount of customization you can do as far as building your own bot is fucking awesome in that game.
Wow,
it's pretty cool. So I do recommend people if you do have the Insider Xbox program, check that shit out. It's actually quite fun. It's quite fun.
Pretty dope. I mean, I would get into it, but
So you trying to say that they're doing what the Labo is doing, but just in the game?
Yeah.
Work.
Like I created like my first little creation that I did was like I took like a head of a shark. Like because I took I didn't build mine from scratch. I took mine from a template, and what I did was I took a shark head with an actual motor vehicle body with a shark tail. And I put a giant fucking beam weapon that I unlocked by leveling up. I think they're called they're called level up loot boxes. Whippy doo. But anyway, so I attached that fucking big ass thing to the actual middle of my actual vehicle. I put a pair of 6 tires, 3 on each side. Put thrusters, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So that I can actually jump higher up in the air. If I want to fly around, I can if I want to. So it's actually land and flyable. The only downfall is that the way I built it, it doesn't have a whole lot of armor on it. So it can, you know what I mean? Like fucking get killed. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. It's the way,
you get your ass whooped fast.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But the cool thing is, the fact that since I have the ability to fly around, it's a lot more harder for people to shoot at me. So I use that as my scapegoat kind of thing. And I'm telling you, man, like the battle, it sounds simplistic on paper, but when you actually get in there and you start doing these battles and you come across an enemy, man, if you disable their weapons by shooting them right off, you're going to win that fight every time. But depending on how they have their craft set up, they can take a while to actually destroy their weapons, or you can get your weapons blown up first. And depending on what they have attached to their actual craft, it's fucking dope. It's an interesting concept, and it's something that's kind of original in a way. So think of it like Lego on steroids. Is basically what it is. It's Lego on steroids.
I'm definitely interested. I mean, if it's only on Xbox right now.
Well, it's for game preview wise, but I mean, it's in beta right now, but so it hasn't.
If it's on that Xbox, I don't know, bruh. Speak from your heart, Jordan. Speak from your heart. Let them know. Speak from your heart, man. Don't be shy.
Jordan don't give a fuck about on Xbox.
No, I don't know. I just don't.
Don't be scared of Cartavius, man. Speak from your heart.
I just don't care.
There is another game, Titan, that I want to bring up real quick, but this is multi-platform, but I bought the Xbox one because it was cheaper there for some reason. I don't know why that is, but whatever.
Go ahead.
Now I can't pronounce the name of it. I think it's called Tippawgcast. I think it's called or something like that. Some weird fucking name, right? Here, I'll just type it out in the chat. It'll be a lot easier for me because I already have it already. I think I already got it fucking copy and paste. Let me just see here real quick. But anyways, yeah, that's what it's called in the chat. Just posted in the chat. Tippawgcast or something like that. This is by far the fucking weirdest fucking video game I've ever had the luxury to play. Only due to the fact that it is a multi-genre game. You may think, what the fuck is that? Well, break it down for you guys really simple. Basically, it is a miniature Grand Theft Auto with a unique combat system that I've never, ever seen done before, to the fact where you can create your own custom combos with weapons, fists, and whatever the case may be. There's a business simulator on top of that, too, as well, that allows you to buy your own fucking different store buildings and houses in order to make income and shit like that. And you also have to hire people to protect your places and like your accommodations and your houses and shit like that so they don't get robbed. On top of that, too, as well, if somebody else that owns a business that you don't own, you can actually go in there and raid their place for extra money. Then on top of that, there's racing involved. You can drive around the city too as well. You can actually buy out homes and decorate them yourself and put the decorations however you want. If you want to put a fucking bed on the ceiling, you can do it too as well. It is the weirdest fucking game I've ever played, but the only reason why I dig it is because it's fucking original.
Oh wow! I mean,
so different compared to anything I've ever fucking played. And on top of that too as well, there's a lot of comedic things to it too as well. But it is fucking weird. Fucking weird.
Yeah,
I might have to check that out.
I mean, the way you describe it, it sounds like wild. I mean, wow. I mean, I never seen a game that branches off like that. You know?
Yeah, like because that's what attracted to me. I looked at screenshots. I was watching a video for it, and it said it's a multi-genre game, and I'm like, huh? The fuck is that? Bought it, played it, and I was just like, oh shit. I was like, yo, that is some fucking crazy ass shit.
Bear, you're more intelligent than that. You're more intelligent than that. You know, multi-genre means it's got a mixture.
No, I know that, but I'm saying, but done in the form of a game. Like done in the form of a game. No, I know, but I'm just speaking in generality because, like, I mean, that's the first I ever seen a game where it tried to implement like multiple genres into one fucking game, and the fact that they actually did it and it works in a really, really awkward, fucked up way. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a weird game, but I do recommend it though, man.
Well, I'll give a shout out here. Somebody in the chat brought this up, and so I'll give a shout out to one of my favorite games. It surprised me last year, Horizon Zero Dawn. Happy anniversary to those guys at Guerrilla, and a great game, and sold close to 8 million copies. New IP. Congrats over there to that studio for that. That game was sensational. I mean, to this day, they'll be studying that game for years. The way that engine works and things like that. It's technically a technical marvel. It's won every technical achievement award you can imagine. So beautiful game.
It did win a story award too. It did win a story award.
Oh, they win that too. Yeah. So again, it's a good game.
That game
one of the better games.
That's just me, in my opinion.
How was
very good one.
How was that DLC for?
It was
Frozen
fun.
Wilds.
Frozen Wilds
actually expand a lot of that game, man. Like one thing with Horizon, the map would trick you because you look at the map, you're like, oh, you're just scrolling. But when you're in that extra area, it's like, oh shit, this place is kind of big, man.
It was pretty dense. It was dense.
Titan. I need to get your impressions, Titan, on Super Lucky Tale because I know you played it because I saw your little achievement thing get tweeted out there last night on Twitter. I've been playing it. I played it. Well, actually, I got it the day before. No, I didn't buy it. It came out like a day early in game fucking for Game Pass. So I downloaded it and I started playing it. Now, is it a fantastic fucking platformer? No. Is it a bad platformer? No. It's a decent, it's an okay game. It's designed for kids, people, not for fucking adults. But you know what? I don't give a fuck because I don't give a fuck if the game's for kids or not. I'll still play it. I don't care. Don't judge me. Fuck y'all. But anyways, I did buy the DLC though, which ironically is laughable because the DLC happened to drop the exact same fucking day that the game fucking drops on Game Pass. That's not a coincidence. But I mean, it was only $4. It was $4. It added another.
It's got a blue octopus with a hat on it.
I'm done with that. But either way, It's not a horrible game, even though I kind of had a rage fucking moment there today. Two things that suck about it: the camera blows. The camera is the worst part about that fucking game. And anyway, when it comes to a 3D platforming game, if you have no control over your camera, that's an automatic fucking flaw. Number one. Number two, the jumping mechanic in that game is fucking shite. But as a whole, it's okay. I can fuck with it. I'll beat it. I don't care. I ain't gonna get all the fucking. I'm not getting all the achievements. Fuck that noise. Really, dude. Really. There, fucking. Whatever the hell the company's called. You really want me to sit there and grind out 99,999 fucking goddamn freaking coins? Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck that shit.
Listen. I actually played. Look, I actually have played. The Lucky Tales, and let me tell you something. It's not a bad game. It's a fun game. But like you said, it is fun. But I've heard a lot of people bash and say it sucks. It doesn't suck. Does it does it have a little of a Mario aspect in it? Yes. Okay. When it comes to the coins and other things, yeah, it does. Okay, but
for that camera angle thing, I think they still using assets from when it was because it started out as a VR game. So they still probably using those assets and didn't think about the VR aspect. Because when you got the VR helmet on, because I have it on the Oculus because they gave it to me for free when I got it, and when I played it, the camera angles, there's no camera angles because you can look all over the place. And it's it's still a pretty fun game,
Yeah, but here you can only, when I played it, you can only look so far, and then sometimes you see your feet where you're jumping, and I don't like that aspect.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the part that pisses me off. Now, in defense to this game, I will say it does one thing rather well, is the fact that a lot of the actual like little mini puzzles that you got to do in the game, there ain't no Xbox motherfucker that's gonna figure that shit out. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh no! Listen. I've been in chat with a lot of Xbox people way back when. Okay, and one thing they told me when it comes to games, they do not like puzzles. No, because y'all got no fucking brains.
You can move away from that game there, Craig Harris, because you're definitely gonna get pissed.
I don't know. Kids move beat it. So
yeah, Kids Move is different though. Kids Move.
Let's be honest. That guy looked at a fucking walkthrough and watched the videos on YouTube.
Oh man.
I'm just kidding, Kids Smooth. Relax, buddy. You know me, man.
Kids Smooth. No, I get. He gets crazy.
Them hell.
Yeah, he gets crazy. But I will say one thing. He at least plays his games over those other people who claim to be these big Xbox people.
Oh yeah,
that is very true. That is very true.
I see Smooth pop up on Xbox all the time.
Yeah, I see him too, and he at least he tried to stream even when he was having problems with even Cuphead. He still streamed that. He cussed his fucking ass off the whole time, but he was playing it, okay, and he beat it. So the thing is that he is still, even if a game is difficult to him, he's still going to do his best to beat that goddamn game. So I got to give him credit for that. You got to give him credit for that.
I hope he win that bet he got going on right now. I hope he wins that bet.
Which one?
Another bet?
He's supposed to the Bloodborne bet he got with
Smooth.
Weapon Wheel Skill Tree.
Smooth is my man. If he's not in the party chat getting help, or somebody coming into his stream, it's not, because one thing with Smooth, he doesn't adjust his play style. He always going to think headstrong and try to charge in. Some of these bosses, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Some of them you gotta wait.
Not Bloodborne. Hell no.
His bet is that he could beat He has to beat Bloodborne in 50 hours. And if he does that, he got to beat it in 50 game hours. He has until E3 to do it.
You know, that bet is kind of for L, because I don't even think I beat Bloodborne in 50 hours.
That's a long game.
Only thing, if Smooth was smart, he'd go online and find out which bosses are the game bosses and not optional bosses. That way he'll know to.
There's about 12
bosses. No, it is possible. It is possible.
It's a bunch of bosses in that game.
The reason why I didn't take that long the reason why I took it long because I'm a person, I like to grind. You know what I mean? I like to.
In games like that, you got to. Yeah. You got to, especially because if you try to play if you try to play a new game plus.
Oh yeah.
Or games like on them From Software games, you're gonna need to grind that first playthrough.
I know before I got to the wet Margot, my first ever playthrough. I beat the game. When the game came out in February. I think I beat it like
March.
Yeah, March. I think
I
I beat it
came
in
out
like
March.
April. I beat it in April, but I was grinding a lot before I fought wet Margot nurse because that area was giving me so much XP, and I was going back to the joint and I was fighting.
Yo, that game to this very given day, man, it's my personal favorite PS4 game this generation.
It is. It's
I fucking love Bloodborne.
I should try it out. I mean,
I think personally, it's the best. It's the best game. It's the best PS4 game that came out.
Yeah, for sure. And that goes with all awareness of games that I love this generation. You know exactly what fucking game I'm talking about, Jay, man. I put the game above that. I put Bloodborne above my most beloved game this gen.
Yeah, because when I beat Bloodborne, I never had so much like satisfaction. And satisfaction. I mix satisfaction and gratification.
I went through it like I think like fucking 4 times before I finally quit.
Really?
Yeah, I beat it. I did 3 playthroughs of Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'm on like new game plus or something like that.
And right now I'm at a challenge dungeon, and I
only did 1 playthrough of Bloodborne.
3 more. Yeah, I only need 3 more.
Dark Souls is home for me. Dark Souls is home for me.
That's another game that's a pain in the ass. And you gotta really want to. You gotta
Which
really
one?
be a gamer. Dark Souls. You really gotta be a gamer to play these games because
Dark Souls 2 took me a while because I didn't care for that game until after I played Bloodborne. Bloodborne is what gave me my love and my fixation for Dark Souls. So when 3 came out, I picked it up in the beginning of January of 2017, and I beat it. Well, I had 2 friends take me, literally just grind me to the goddamn fucking game pretty much. Then I wanted to do it on my own with a new character, and I did. And I think it took me like a day and a half, which is not really a fair comparison because like keep in mind I already knew how the bosses worked and shit and what to look out for, so that doesn't really count. Dark Souls 2 took me a while though, because at the time I didn't really care for it. Then after I beat Bloodborne, that was immediately the next game I went after, and that game pissed me off.
Is Bloodborne better than Gravity Rush 2? Because I thought that game was sensational.
I haven't played Gravity Rush 2, so I can't give you
I think Bloodborne is definitely the better game. Bloodborne is a better game.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. Depends on what if you prefer that genre.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on you.
Yo, the thing is I like about Bloodborne and Dark Souls is that now, even though the games have a lot of like similarities, it's still different play styles where you have Bloodborne fans and Dark Souls fans. Because me personally, I like the faster pace. Get in, I get rewarded by being aggressive, even if I get hit. You know what I mean? With Dark Souls is like a more patient, a relaxing.
Well, three is on the same like speed pace as Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's the same engine as Bloodborne.
3 is on the same pace, is on a faster pace. So if you like Bloodborne, you'll like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
it has that same fast pace.
3.
It has that same speed pace.
Okay, with all that being said, I know, Bear, you said you wanted to bring up something before we did our last topic. No, go ahead. No, anybody, this is the time now because we finished up our last subjects. So this is the time for anybody that has any news, any game news, any new games, any hidden games that we want to bring it out. So go ahead, Bear.
Okay, so just to put things into context before I get into this super quick, all of 2017, I effectively ignored pretty much basically anything news from journalists. Because at the time when I stopped doing that is because I was too busy gaming on PS4, but on top of that too as well, the majority of articles that were coming out were just clickbait shit. So I effectively ignored most of 2017, all news fucking shit, right? So the last couple of weeks, I've been watching a lot of people's shows. Like I've been watching your show, like literally almost every day there, Craig, and and everybody else's that I watch.
Too, brother.
Anytime, dude. But one thing I've also been, I keep seeing in the chat, man, is like a lot of people really honestly think, based on an article which I recently came across because I wasn't aware of this, so don't school me on this. But I found the article, and it's the article that was back in November with Phil Spencer coming out and saying like there could be a chance, of Xbox exclusives going on other platforms, right? And using the reference to Minecraft, so that kind of shit like that, right? So the other day when you were doing your show, there was a couple people in the chat that were literally forsaking me in your chat because I wasn't aware of this, but now that I am aware of it, you know, and because I was generally confused with this, and I still kind of am because it doesn't make sense to me, and I'll explain that here in a minute as we go along. But real quick though, I was like, when people were like, oh yeah, Microsoft's going to release their fucking eventually going to release their games on their platforms, and I was like, what the fuck sense does that make? That makes no logical sense because I remember I'm thinking of shit like what Sony has already done about like them not giving a fuck about services and shit like that because they rejected EA access and like but that it'll all make sense here in a minute. So I was generally confused. So I read the article. Nowhere in that article, when it quotes the actual paraphrase from the interview that Phil Spencer did, talks about anything of any IP was even mentioned. Nothing was mentioned outside from Minecraft, but Minecraft was already on every fucking thing before Microsoft even bought the actual company. I forget what the company's called. The only console that was missing Minecraft was Nintendo, which ironically, after Microsoft got a hold of the company, magically Minecraft appears on the Wii U and the Switch and now the 3DS, right? Yeah. So anyway, so I'm after reading the article, whatever you want to call it, I was like, oh yeah, of course, people I'm not surprised taking out of context. And then I started thinking about it, starting elaborating. I was like really in deep thought thinking about would it make sense for Microsoft to release their games, multi-platform wise. I'm like, do I see Halo, Gears, and Forza and their big name IPs going to PlayStation? No. And the reason why I don't
I think you tweet.
Yeah, I asked Jay Barry this today when he was streaming Call of Duty, and he's like, no, I don't see that happening either. But the reason why I bring it up is because Sony rejected fucking Microsoft's every opportunity to allow crossplay, right? We can all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
So what sense would it make? Yeah, what sense would it make outside from a physical release of, say, Halo fucking 37 down the road when they come out with that, to release Halo on a PlayStation console when you know damn well Sony's never going to allow cross-platform play with Xbox because they rejected it how many fucking times? So you mean to tell me that Microsoft's going to be that arrogant and stupid to sit there and release a game like Halo fucking 23 on the PlayStation 4 but allow two separate individual netcodes?
Nope.
Okay, I can buy that. But one thing that I will definitely say that I can easily see happening, but definitely not on Sony's side, is the aspect of their streaming service. Streaming service, I can see that going to the Switch. I can see that going, PC-wise, kind of like what Sony already did with PS Now. But on PlayStation side, Sony's not going to allow that service on their console. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
If Microsoft charges for a streaming service-based subscription, which we know that's why everybody know, or we can tell this right now, everyone's going to be happy. Everybody knows it's going to happen. What makes you think Sony's going to allow that fucking when they easily rejected fucking EA access? Then you're gonna be like, change of heart and be like, yeah, you know what, man, fuck it, yeah, we'll put Microsoft streaming service on our system, but we'll also fucking have them charge people too as well as a service-based thing. It's not gonna happen. On top of that too as well, do you honestly expect to see Halo fucking as a physical release outside from a streaming service-wise running on the fucking Switch? Didn't think so.
No.
So now the streaming service aspect makes a lot of sense to me, logically wise. But at the same time, it's a streaming service, right? Sony already has their PS Now on PC, and they can technically they had on other devices like the whole entire on TVs and the PS fucking Vita TV shit that nobody fucking bought. So hey, I'm just throwing it out there. Cheap shot, Sony, but whatever. Here's my point.
David's like, wait.
Jabari and everybody that was on the council are the only ones that bought that.
Yeah, right.
You know what's the crazy thing though? You know what's the crazy thing? The Vita TV is actually a good device. It is.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah. But here's the thing. But so this is my ultimate question, right? The fucking outside, I guarantee, as far as physical fucking releases of Halo, Gears, and fucking Forza, never gonna happen. But from an actual fucking service-based thing, I can see that maybe being a possibility if Sony were to actually allow to do it. I just don't see Sony doing it because, like I said, if they rejected EA access because EA wanted to charge people for their service, what the fuck makes you think they're going to do that with Microsoft? Yep. Give me one valid fucking reason as to why. Oh, and before anybody tells me in the chat that Microsoft is leaving the industry market, no, because they've already confirmed that the next Xbox console is already in development. So again, I ask, what sense does that make? Okay, no. Also, just one more thing I have to mention real quick. What's to say that games like Ori or even Super Lucky's can easily go to multiple platforms? They can release super like that game on the Switch if they want to. Yeah, it'd be downgraded shit, but nobody gives a fuck. Nintendo don't have standards. So I mean, at the same time, they can release that game for it. But do you really honestly expect to see a heavily online game like Halo or Gears or even fucking Forza or even Sea of Thieves for that matter going on PlayStation?
No, not at all.
It might work on PlayStation, but I don't see a lot of Sony fans playing Halo when they love when they would rather have Killzone. They would rather have Killzone than Halo.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's exactly what I mean. Because Microsoft is going to try to enforce the cross-play, and Sony's going to be like, no.
Yeah,
I'm not even for it because I'm pretty old school. I like when companies try to fight for your dollar. How to fight for your dollar? You gotta have incentives to buy on that platform. If Microsoft comes out with a Xbox, whatever they come out with, and they having their games on every platform, like why would you buy that new Xbox?
Now there's one more thing. Sorry, just one more thing I want to add because this one took the cake for me. Everyone is so snappy, right? To sit there and call Phil Spencer a liar about everything that he talks about, right? But this one here just magically happens to be like confirmation. This is going to happen. This is going to be a main thing. Phil Spencer finally said something that's truthful. But any other time when this fucking fat bitch comes out and says anything with his hands stuck in his fucking pockets, nobody believes a fucking word that this cocksucker says. But just magically out of nowhere when he said their games could be in the actual word here in the article, released on fucking other platforms, automatically everybody believes every single fucking that this motherfucker says.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy.
Yep.
I don't believe nothing that man says.
Talking out of his ass on this one too as well. Everybody else doesn't believe a fucking thing this motherfucker says.
Just like everybody thinks this next gen is going to start in 2019. That is not. Exactly. I don't see it starting a next gen. But in 2019. Maybe they'll announce it. But I don't see it ever coming into a fruition until 2020 or 2021.
Okay, Team Mong Fu, answer me this question, right? What games has Microsoft released on multiple platforms? Minecraft doesn't count because Minecraft was literally on everything before fucking Microsoft bought them out.
Yeah.
Well, all other games are on PC.
Okay, but that's PC, which makes sense to Microsoft. Yeah. But again, what other platform Steam outside from PC has any other Microsoft game released on that's exclusively to that console? Minecraft's been up before Microsoft fucking bought them, and it was on everything before Microsoft bought them outright. So again, was Halo on PlayStation at one point? No. Was fucking Fable on fucking PC at one point?
I know. I can tell you. Or Halo Spartan Assault. Yes, that's on iOS phones.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So fair enough. That's fine. But again,
it's not a different game. It's the same game. It's the same game.
And that's fine. But I'm saying, but again, you're proving my point though. My point is that fucking that if Microsoft creates certain games, do what fucking Sony is doing. Sony opened up a brand new indie studio that's going to make fucking indie titles and release them on multiple platforms. Yeah, Microsoft needs to do that.
And plus, they need all the studios they can get. I mean,
that's one platform. That's one platform to team on. But remember, they never used to. Actually, they did that a long time ago. People think that Microsoft releasing games on PC, their own IPs, is something new.
No.
Like Halo 1 and 2 was on PC back in the day. Gears 1 back on the 360 a year after it launched was also on PC. Shadowrun was a fucking games for Windows and Xbox 360 exclusive. This is not uncommon. They're doing it more now because it makes sense for that market. And I told people this before. Microsoft should have always been doing that, releasing games their own IP to PC. But again, PC is one thing because that makes sense because Microsoft is dominant as far as their iOS systems on that fucking platform. So that does make logical sense. But again, do I see them fucking releasing other IP, like their big name IPs on fucking, do you think Halo fucking 6 is going to run on a goddamn Android? The fuck out of here, bro.
Halo is meant for Xbox.
Unless it's a streaming service.
No.
Yeah.
Look, Halo is Xbox's bread and butter. You think they're going to actually let Sony actually put their franchise on their platform?
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
He said that. He said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It won't be on their platform, Jordan. It'll be on like. Look, they're moving out of physical media. Period.
Are they? Are they though? Are they though?
Hold on. They're going to put their
stuff. We are a long way from that, dude.
Yeah.
No,
we're a long way.
If they wanted to put hold on, Craig. If they wanted to put a bigger fucking focus on getting out of the actual retail market, they would have did it with the fact of the inclusion of the Game Pass games. But they're not doing it, are they?
Exactly.
Yeah. We are a long
They're still
way
releasing
from
retail copies of
just
Sea
being
of
straight
Thieves and whatever you want to call it because they're still getting fucking pre-orders for the physical copies.
What are they negotiating right now with Samsung?
I don't know. You tell me because I don't know anything about that.
Okay, they're going to put an app on the Samsung television. Xbox Live.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what is that supposed to do?
But you know, but that will be the beginning. I mean, they're already. I mean, WCC Tech just did an article about this on Wednesday. And like, look, Game Pass is the first salvo into this. Okay, they're moving to a digital format, which is, I think, is a good idea because.
And so we can't say the same thing.
I don't think that's a good idea because you put everything digital, right? Right now, everything that's digital, if you don't have internet, you can't play your game, right?
Exactly.
Well,
exactly, dude.
So we are too far away. We're too far away from that. I don't know why everybody thinks we're going to this digital form 2 or 3 years from now. We are too far away from that. Y'all can just stop that bull.
Well, I mean,
not talking about that. We are too far away.
Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But PS Now is a service that's been around a lot longer than Game Pass. Game Pass has only been out not even a year yet. And here's the thing, right? Game Pass is doing exactly what fucking PS Now is, just differently. Yeah. That's it. It's not a streaming service. You just download the games to your hard drive.
Yeah.
So I mean, by them doing that, that automatically makes Microsoft fucking getting out of digital fucking. I mean, look, me personally, I don't care if they do or not because I'm all digital anyway, so it doesn't affect me. Right. But people like you that want physical copies, yeah, I can get why you guys are definitely looking at that from that angle. And I get that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, it does. But right now, their service for Game Pass is identical outside from the fact that it's not fucking streaming. That's coming later on. That's where you're going to start to see.
They have laid the groundwork to do this. Google Fiber is going to be across the United States by the end of this year. They'll be everywhere. So nobody will have this excuse of, well, I can't get internet. It will be available. They have to get that stuff on TV. And in this
agreed.
No. It's not that they can't. It's some places where the internet just goes out.
Yeah.
Here in the States. Here in the States. And then it's out for like 2 days before the actual cable company. For the actual cable company even comes out.
That's the minority of the people. Just like those companies overseas are kicking Xbox out of their stores. And Xbox doesn't give a shit.
That's in one country.
Yeah, but here's another thing too, as well, is the fact that digital sales are going up year to year, every year. They're not going down; they're going up. It's like that for fucking. It's like that on Sony's platform, and PC's been doing that for fucking God knows how long. But the thing of it is that we're going to eventually get around into a digital era, regardless if Microsoft takes us there first or not. Right. That's irrelevant to the cause. We're all eventually going to take that route. It may not happen for quite a while longer.
Yeah,
but there's no denying the fact that digital is going to eventually take over retail.
The one thing you're missing, the one thing everybody here is not understanding is they have to be the first ones there to define it. Okay,
Sony's already the first one that did it, though. Sony's already the first one that did it, though, with PS Now.
Yeah, PC has already been doing it for fucking God knows how long. Before digital games even hit the fucking.
But look, they said the same thing years ago about when Netflix came out. They were putting that app on. They started putting that app out, and now it's everywhere. So this is the way it started. Netflix,
but Game Pass is not even on PC yet.
I'm sorry, Netflix.
The game. No. I'm talking about like Game Pass is not even. Xbox. Eventually it will. Yes, eventually it will.
You're not going to wake up tomorrow and it be everywhere. It's going to do the same thing Netflix did. Netflix started very small. I mean, 15 years ago, people were laughing at it.
That's a different business model. That's movie wise. Gaming is an entirely different beast when it comes to any of that kind of. Do you think people actually like fucking PS Now as a streaming service?
No.
I mean, I can speak on behalf of myself. I like the service because I can run it perfectly fine. But there's tons of people out there that do not like that at all. Period.
I understand that. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a matter whether you just said it yourself. If there's more people buying digital media than physical media, and there is, you're right about that. That's where everything's going to go. Now, Sony and Nintendo have the physical console market locked. They have it locked. There's nowhere for Microsoft to go but digital. So, and we're seeing that.
And you're right. But I mean, Microsoft is still releasing their games retail too as well.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
But I do agree though. They don't sell as many third-party games as say what fucking Sony on Sony's platform.
Oh, what is that?
Mr. Corleone. That's a nice way to bring your entrance to the podcast, buddy. But no, okay. First of all, I'm not getting paid.
Nobody's saying it's not going to happen. We're just saying it's not happening.
It will.
Yeah. Can you hear me? We're just saying it's not going to happen as soon as everybody think it is.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Look, the only reason why I brought it up is because, like, I was totally confused by a lot of people, like, in your chat that one day were just like, not like, you know, going off of me about it, but like they're basically saying, well, you never heard this before, blah, blah, what the fuck, you living under a rock? It's like, no, I didn't follow any fucking. The thing is, when I don't own a console, I don't follow news for that console. Because why should I? Until I own that console, then I'll follow that news. Exactly. So that's why right now, like, I don't even follow Nintendo shit. Because I don't own a Switch. You know what I mean? So I don't want to overhype myself for something that I can't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time I know what's coming out on the Switch is when Yo Sahab posted it in Facebook.
Right. So, but when I did become aware of this, and I started reading some articles, and I read the interview, whatever you want to call it, I was like, okay, now I get what people are talking about, but it still doesn't make sense to me. It's like I can understand maybe certain IPs, like I said, Super Lucky's Tale going over the Switch or something like that, or whatever the case to be. But them putting their games on PC, that's people still acting like that's a new thing, and it's like. Although games for Windows was shit, we can all agree to that because that was a shit fucking service back in that time period. But my point is, I mean, no, you are technically right though, Craig, man, but I don't see it happening for at least a couple more years. They're setting the foundation. We
probably got like two or three more generations before that actually comes to fruition.
Maybe one,
maybe two max. Two max. I would say
two max.
A company that is bringing around technology for flying taxis.
But also, Craig, another thing is too. Remember, because everybody likes to use that service thing that Microsoft is doing, right? And I can kind of see where you're coming from that, but I mean, it is what it is. But a lot of third-party devs now, though, are actually going into that formation of starting their own service. Did you pay attention to Ubisoft's fucking last financial briefing they did a couple months ago?
Yeah, I saw
That's
it.
just some bullshit, right? Yeah, that's what a lot of these devs are going to do. Activision's going to eventually make a games for service thing. Fucking EA already did it with EA Access, and they're going to keep that going too as well. They're going to find some way to rip you off.
And they're not going to
that's
coming, dude, man. I'm telling you, man. A lot of these third-party devs, man, like here's the thing, right? Everybody shat on Microsoft for the whole DRM thing. We can all agree to that, right? Here's the thing. Devs are finding ways to fucking make that DRM whether you fucking like it or not, folks. Remember when Bungie came out with Destiny? Nothing was mentioned about that game not fucking being only online, only that you had to require internet to play it. Game comes out. What was the first thing that somebody tweeted about when the game got leaked onto the internet like a couple days in advance? Broken Street dates, right? And it was like, what? I have to have an internet in order to play this game? Big fuck up by Bungie right there because they never informed their audience that you had to have an internet connection in order to play the game unless you wanted to play it online. But that game was always online. And you're starting to see that now. Rainbow Six Siege is the exact same thing.
That's not true. That's not true what you're saying.
You mean it's not true?
Because when we played the alpha and the beta, you already knew that that they already let us know that when we was playing the alpha.
Yeah, but everybody didn't play the alpha and the beta.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, like, if you played the alpha and the beta.
I played the alpha and the beta. I didn't play any of those.
Yeah, if you played the alpha and the beta, you knew that. The ones that didn't.
Yeah, the ones that didn't weren't aware of that. Like myself, I didn't see them. So if that is the case, then I stand corrected. But still, my point is, the point of the matter is what I'm trying to get is that a lot of these devs are going to find ways to make it so that you have to be connected to to an internet source in order to play their game in its entirety, even when you're on offline mode. Look at fucking Hitman. Square Enix's Hitman. Why would an internet connection for that? It's a single player only game aside from leaderboard bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck about. So why do I have to be connected to that? That's my point. They're finding ways to do it. And this service thing is only going to double down on that aspect, man.
Right.
So fuck all that noise.
Yeah. It's going to come to where the company is going to have their own service. Mm-hmm. There's going to be no need for Microsoft or PlayStation unless they're bringing out their own games.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody, you either if you want a game from a certain gaming company or your favorite developer, you would have to buy into their service, just like Hulu and Netflix, just like Disney about to do.
Right.
With all their movies. They pull all their movies from everybody that has anything to do with them and they're gonna open their own service. So if you want any of those Disney movies, like the Marvel movies, I guess I think some of those Marvel TVs get the Disney streaming service.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'll just say this to end this conversation before we end this off there, Titanfall. Sony needs to keep doing exactly what they're doing now. That's all they got to do. They'll always be forever in the run, no matter what they do, no matter what generation it is. Microsoft needs to get their head out of their ass and start fucking releasing goddamn more content, because I shouldn't have to sit there and rely on content I can find for myself, because that's not an issue for me, but it definitely is an issue for everybody else, and I totally respect that. Nintendo was fucking Nintendo. Let them make their cardboard cutout bullshit and let people buy that and revel in it and whatever.
Before we end this, does anybody have anything they want to bring up?
No.
And welcome, Mr. Corleone. But that music was very loud. Corleone.
No, I've been here. I've been here since 7. You know what I'm saying? So I
apologize.
I unplugged it, and then I didn't know if I was, because I kept trying to say something, and I didn't know if
I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you. We didn't hear you.
But I do have an announcement since you said that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, you know what I'm saying, thank everybody for stopping by. All the people that's in the chat, you know what I'm saying, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Unfortunately, this is gonna be my last time on the show for a while. Why? I just, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really feeling it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Oh, man.
But you know what I'm saying, like
Well, first of all, you could have come and talked to me about this.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? But I came on the show because I seen it was a show, and it's everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do it all together at one time. We can talk later if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. Nancy, for everything that you've done for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically like helped me get off the ground, get on my feet. This platform has been amazing for me. I want to thank, even though they're not here today, Rambo and Frozen. All you guys. Hold on, let me speak. Let me just finish, please, because it's hard to even. Can I just finish? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like. So I just wanted to finish. It's hard to even say this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being real right now. Well,
are you like done? You done like with YouTube or just the podcast?
I'm not done with YouTube, but I'm done with the podcast for right now, and I'm done probably with a lot of stuff that's got to do with gaming. You know what I'm saying? For right now, because I was just trying to find my niche, and I haven't had the passion to do content. And I spoke to you about that, you know what I'm saying, Nancy, before. And I do apologize, you know what I'm saying. I should have talked to you beforehand, but I'm saying it now, you know what I'm saying. And I wanted to make sure that the people that's listening, because them are the people that, you know what I'm saying, rock with us. I appreciate them. If you don't follow me after this or sub, that's cool. I understand that. I respect that. We all men and women here, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just going to move on, you know what I'm saying. And that's just really it. I might come back, you know what I'm saying. I asked Nancy, can I jump on the show? Can I come through? If she say yeah, then that's love. If she don't, then I understand. I can respect that. But I appreciate her because she basically like found something in me to put me on this platform to do my thing. And I love kicking it with y'all. It's just, man, it's a lot of things going on in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I just ain't feeling it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's really not something I can really explain, but I hope that y'all can respect that. You know what I'm saying? And just keep doing it. I'm going to keep supporting y'all. I'm going to keep watching y'all content. I'm going to keep liking y'all videos if y'all doing. And if y'all streaming, the people I've been rocking with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with y'all. So I'm not going to stop doing that, but I just wanted to say that. You know what I'm saying? And then
it was a pleasure meeting you, though, man.
Yeah.
For sure, fam.
Yeah.
Listen, Mr. Corleone, I just wish you would have said that when you first said that. That's why I got a little annoyed, because you didn't come out and say there was a lot of shit going on in your life and you got to deal with other things and you're not feeling it. You didn't say that. You just said, I can't rock with this stuff no more. Like I've done something wrong. So
no, you ain't never did nothing wrong. You the one you helped me to, man, Joe, I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you know that, but you going to see. You know what I'm saying? Once I start doing my shit again, getting back in my shit, I'm gonna be fucking with you, man. Don't.
All right, put it this way.
I'm with you, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
and I might, you know what I'm saying? I might next month be like, man, I want to come back. I miss this shit. I'm just saying right now, man, I'm in a funk right now. And
okay,
you know
I hope that everything that you're going through works out for you and brings you back. Is what I'm trying to
it's
tell
not
you.
nothing bad or nothing like that. It's just, when you're a man, you find your way through life and you like, okay, gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I might gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, I hope you get whatever you need to do for yourself as a man, get it where you want to be, and you can come back, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Then that's what I want to hear. That's all I want to hear.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that we love you here. Okay?
Respect.
The people in the chat love you here. Okay? You bring some good stuff. But if you're just not feeling it right now, that's okay. We're not mad at you for that.
Okay.
We just want you to do what you have to do in your regular life first. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
And get that feeling back and then come back.
Yeah, real life is always first, man.
Yeah, it always
Exactly.
comes first, man.
I ain't mad at you, Coleon. I ain't mad at you because you've been rocking with me for a long time.
Right.
A long time.
I'm gonna continue to rock with you. Ain't nothing gonna stop. Just, you know what I'm saying,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta take a break. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I mean, hey.
That's it. He just gotta do what he gotta do. And I ain't mad at him for that.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him for that.
Do what you gotta do to make you happy, man. I mean,
I just misunderstood when he came on the way he said it.
Yeah,
so that's my bad.
I'm sitting here the whole time trying to figure out how to say the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here like, is my mic? Can you hear me? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, well, actually, we couldn't hear you.
Right, but I'm just like, I'm trying to wait until the end of the show, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, try to say it as respectful as possible, because I know that, you know, a couple of my friends came over here. You know, the support should always and should stay here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna still be hitting the motherfucker. I'm gonna still be listening in, but I ain't gonna be listening on the day it's done. I'll probably be listening on a Monday or Tuesday while I'm at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on right now, and I really don't. You know, I'm not gonna explain all that.
You don't have to. That's not our business. That's not our business. You don't have to. You don't have to explain shit. The fact is that you got to deal with your regular shit in life is good enough for me. And the fact that you ain't feeling doing the gaming shit right now is good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up once in a while and say, hey, what's up? So we can talk or whatever, even in Twitter or chat.
No doubt.
You know, hit me up. And whenever you're ready to come back, you are welcome, is what I'm saying.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I just want you to figure out whatever it is that's going on with all the bullshit, because I know everybody's got bullshit in their life. Everybody does.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes in a week I skipped a podcast because I had shit going on. All right. So everybody got shit going on. It just happens. Life is life. And you got to deal with life first and then deal with gaming later. Gaming's a hobby. It's not your life. So I wish everything works out where you can get whatever you want to do, right? And you get that urge back and come back. That's all I'm saying. I just want you to come back whenever you can.
All right.
Yeah. You're always welcome here, Coleon.
Yeah, you're always welcome here, man. I respect you, man.
Appreciate it. I respect you, man. Appreciate it.
We all care about you, Coleon. We all care about you.
All right, well, let's not make it like a sob story or some shit like that.
No, it's not.
Man.
No. We're just
continue talking about these games. Let's do this. But I just
well, actually, the gaming part is over. We're almost getting ready to we're going to end the podcast right now. It's been going on for we're almost working on 2 hours, which I didn't think it was going to go that long. Yeah. So but before we do our outros, I just want to say one thing. I want to send prayers out to Rick Ross to get better. He was sent to the hospital. We don't know what's wrong. the rapper Rick Ross. I just want to send my prayers out to him that he gets better and that he does well and comes home.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so we'll do our outros now. Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll start out with you, Cortavius. Go ahead, do your outro.
As I stated earlier, my name is Killer Tay 229 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. If y'all ever want to join, see me play a game. I stream on Tuesday on Mixer. Y'all can come check me out. We can talk gaming there, and like, subscribe to everybody on the channel, and see y'all next time.
Okay, and Jordan Dizzle, go ahead.
It's been a pleasure. I mean, I'm glad to be on this podcast, and hopefully I can be here next time. But I actually am getting my PS4 pretty soon. I don't know when the exact details are, but it should be coming in soon. But look forward to that. But it's been a pleasure. Pretty much.
It's always a pleasure, Jordan. And when you get your Xbox 4, you hit me up and give me your gamer tag, and we'll become friends, and we can play some games maybe.
Did she say the Xbox 4?
No.
I thought that's what you said.
We're gonna pretend we didn't hear that.
Anyway, Mr. Corleone. Mr. Corleone, go ahead.
Hey man, thank y'all for coming out, man. Make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button. Thank you for everybody that's in the panel. Shout out to everybody, man. And keep it gaming, man. Keep it gaming. God of War, I'll be back, man. 420. Roll
and
up.
Everybody, hit that like button if you want Corleone back soon. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for Mr. Corleone. Okay, Jabari, I'm gonna let you go next, but before we do that, I'm gonna say I want you to talk about the tournament that I'm gonna be in with you tomorrow, the Under Night EXE. So when you do your outros, please tell everybody about the tournament that's happening tomorrow and what time that they can come watch it.
Well, well, I appreciate the invite. I hope everything is okay with my man, Mr. Corleone. You know what I mean? Wishing the best for you. And if you guys are interested in watching some, fighting game tournaments, it's going to be pretty lit tomorrow. On the night in Birth, we're going to be doing it at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch, which is, you can follow our Twitch channel at The Online Arcade. Just type that in one word, and you should pretty much find it. We're pretty much growing on Twitch, and we definitely appreciate if you guys can come through and give us a follow or just watch a good tournament that we're going to have here on the night in Birth. So yeah, that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. There's still time to sign up if you're interested. But if you're not interested and you just want to watch, just come through tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, and Nancy will be in there kicking ass. So
what game is it?
Wait. I'm gonna try. I haven't played the game much lately, so I'm gonna have to get off and practice tonight and practice a little bit tomorrow before we get on.
Yeah.
So
what game is it?
On the night in Birth.
Okay.
It's a fighting game.
I haven't heard of it, but okay.
Yeah, it's one of those obscure ones, but it's a very good fighting game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I'm trying to tell everybody, come look at Jabari's podcast and his streams and his fighting tournaments, because he picks games and fighting games that maybe you guys don't know about. And he brings, and you know what? I'm going to say this because I guess nobody else will. He takes money out of his own pocket to do giveaways and prizes for people to come and be there. Now, what real gaming person will do that? Nobody.
Jabari
does that.
We give away back to the community. People that come through and watch. Definitely gave away a lot last year. It's going to continue this year. But that's just something I like to do.
But you do it out the kindness of your heart for your love of gaming. That's why I want people to come and watch you when you talk, when you stream, and when you do all those things, because you actually give back to the gaming community. You got the heart for it. You got the heart.
I'll definitely say it's not just me. We know TOA. We got 4 people. My man Chuck.
Oh no, it's your whole group. No, yeah, it's your whole group.
Shout out to Persona. That's the homie.
Yeah.
What's Persona, up, Persona? Mr. Official. They also they go out there and they do their giveaways as well. So it's not just me that's doing TOA. It's 4 of us that does it. So I don't want to take all the credit, but it's definitely a team thing that we do out here.
No,
What time is it? What time is it tomorrow?
4 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, I'll definitely check it out. It's on your Twitch or your YouTube.
It's on Twitch, the online arcade Twitch channel. Just look up online arcade, and it'll pop up. You see like a little joystick, and you see the online arcade.
All right.
Thank you, Corleone. Next up, we got. Excuse me. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him Fatal. I was gonna say Bear again.
You're just itching to say the B word, aren't you?
Don't make me go there, because I can say biatch. Okay. So don't make me go there. Go ahead.
I would probably actually like that. No, but thanks for having me on your show yet again. There, Titanfall.
What did you say that? You're a permanent member.
I don't know why I keep saying that. I still have to get used to that. Anyways, thanks for everybody that's getting that. Yeah, you fucked up my intro now or outro. Thanks everybody that's in this chat. Leon, hopefully everything works out for you, man. God bless you, sir, man. So I'll definitely keep watching your content day in, day out. But everybody that's in the chat, no, anytime, buddy. Everybody that's in the chat, man, peace the fuck out.
Oh, my bad, guys. It's 6:30 p.m., not 4.
Oh, 6:30 p.m. See, there you go.
There, J Bar. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, my bad.
I thought that was kind of early, and then I'm like, well, no, maybe he changed his time. That's cool. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, it's 6:30. My bad.
6:30.
Great job.
All right, everybody. The tournament is tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write that down.
Good one. Craig Harris, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was a great time. I always love chopping it up. And if you haven't seen Black Panther yet, go check it out. It's about to make $1 billion here in a couple. So yeah, go check it out.
Craig, you also need to stop saying. You need to also say thanks for having me, because you're a permanent member too. Would you stop that shit? You guys don't know. You guys, I don't know what you're smoking, but you need to stop. Okay?
That good shit.
Or drinking or whatever. But let me stop. Okay. And listen, thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna talk to the panel. Actually, panel, why don't we try this right now? For you guys that are on a panel, or even Jabari, if you want to be on the panel, you're welcome. We want to do this on Thursdays so the audience can hear it. What time on Thursday is best for you all? 7 or 8?
Doesn't matter what time for me, but if I had to choose a number, 8.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, 8 will work for me.
8 will work.
Okay.
On Thursdays, that's a little difficult for me because I do the J Barry show on Thursdays. But if I'm not doing it, I definitely come through because I don't do it every week.
That's right. You say you do what every quarter?
Oh no, that's the Gamers That Play Games podcast.
Oh, that's the game. All right.
That's every 6 months. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. I knew there was one of them you did every so often. Okay. What about you, Craig?
Yeah, well, because I work 3/12, so I don't get off till 7:30, so 8:00 would be good for me on Thursday.
Okay. So. All right. So, all right, it looks good. And Mr. Corleone left. I was going to ask him when he came back, would that be good for him? All right. All right. So right now we got 8:00. So it looks good for 8 o'clock on Thursdays. Okay. If you guys in the chat want to hear about a particular topic or something going on that you want us to discuss and hear our opinion about, do me a favor. Hit me up. The link's in the description box. Hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter, anywhere, and let us know what you want us to talk about or what you want to hear us discuss.
Don't be
We'd
scared.
love to hear that. Yeah, don't be scared.
One more thing. One more thing. Also, if you're a H1Z1 player still, I don't know if they still have any of those out there, but they are coming out with a new Battle Royale mode called Auto Royale, where you can get your teams and get in the car, and it's like a Twisted Metal thing. So if you're trying to be interested in that, it should be coming out here in a few months. They just announced it. They didn't put no release date on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got something to say too.
Go ahead, Jabari. Go ahead.
Shout out to Microsoft right now, and thank you for putting Age of Empire on the Windows 10 store. It is running beautifully, and it's still fun. Hurry up and put Age of Empire 2, because that's one of my favorite games of all time, and I'll be a very happy man. But yeah.
Okay, and all right. With that being said, this is Titanfall Princess. Okay, please check out everybody on the panel. Okay, and everybody give a vote to bring Corleone back. You know, give him some encouragement to come back. He lost his passion a little bit, I guess, probably because shit's going on, but that's all right. He lost his passion, but do me a favor. Show him some love, okay? And show everybody on this podcast some love. And then also, you're going to hit that like button on the way out. And you know why? Because y'all love me. Later. I'm out of here.
Bye, guys.